Hello, hello, everyone. One moment, let me, Hello, Noel. Hello, Alpha. Hello, Julius. Onk has awakened, yes. How's your morning going, FTG? Pretty good. There's a new Dawn of War 4 trailer yesterday. You guys excited about that? I'm quite hyped. Dude, this mobile stream shit actually kind of toxic to get set up. Okay. One moment, guys. We'll get into the game in a second. I want to see the other races, to be honest. You're like Adeptus Mechanicus, dude? I feel like Adeptus Mechanicus were like really requested for Dawn of War 4 especially. What's up, Yondi? What's up, Mr. Charleston? I just played a game and me and my teammates were lagging everywhere. Are the servers like shitting itself or what? I would have no idea. I don't usually play with other players. I don't know. This game has had some diabolical patch launches though when it comes to performance. So maybe. Can you stream normal resolution? Well, you're on the mobile stream, brother. So if you just click on the channel, if you click on my channel, you'll see the other stream. Alright guys, today we're tech gaming a little bit. We're gonna take this one to, I don't even know. Where do I want to go today? All of Atreus? We have had the focus on Mechanicus for 2 trailers in a row because that's the one that everybody wanted. It'd be great if on YouTube there was an option to choose between the mobile stream and the regular stream. That's just because it's a new feature. So it's like, or I shouldn't say it's not a new feature, but like having it permanently built into the actual platform itself is new. So they haven't like really figured that out yet. It wasn't a toggle up until very recently. It looks amazing. I've never played Dawn of War before, but used to really be into StarCraft. I mean, it's definitely the one I'm looking forward to less out of the 2 options. Maybe I'll play with Indy. He's my go-to RTS guy usually if I'm bored. I'll go with Jeff too. Oh, it's time, chat. Are you ready?
Noted, Artisan Balthazar. I am authorizing Talassa to commandeer the battle barge for the duration of this conflict. It will then be returned to your care.
Is the blocker balance axe for tech ring better? Definitely the balanced.
But you will need my assistance in locating such an ancient machine spirit. Assist the Adeptus Mechanicus in launch preparations and await our targeting guidance, Talassa. We should be on the ground shortly. Make sure that battle barge.
The thing about the tech marine is he wants gun strikes more than most classes do. Even in siege mode, he wants them.
Inserting fresh magazines.
Not playing Dawn of War Jeff is a crime. I mean, Indy, Jeff, and I played Dawn of War Definitive Edition. Does that count? They're ganging on me with their unblockable. It's too bad it doesn't matter because get a gun. Did he feel any of that? What if I go behind him? Thank you for the help as usual. No problem, dude.
Rearming war gear.
Oh my god. Not the little cultist Zangors. What will we ever do against that? Just shoot him in the face, eh? A lot of Zangors. I don't think I've ever seen them just like run a straight file line at me like that before.
Its maliciousness is frag detonator out.
That was actually kind of cinematic. I'll have the servo gun just grab his ass. Can't help but feel like the grenade heavy bolt rifle having higher accuracy and the scope one is a little odd. I mean, that's just part of the game sometimes. I mean, the scope one's kind of shit. Not shit, it's just not as good as it should be. It's kind of hard to beat having a grenade launcher attached to your gun, though. Hi guys, is it just me, or is everyone else getting bored by the Salamanders recently? Dude, I've been bored by the Salamanders for years. I've always thought Salamanders were a little overrated. I honestly like Iron Hands more than I like Sally's. Whoa, 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 whoa. What in the... Dude, oh my god, they're actually doing not this anything but the Stormbolter, man. Anything with the Stormbolter, please.
Our foes attempt to call up fresh forces.
It's been quite the intro to this mission, I gotta say. I'm gonna go to my turret over here. Probably make life a little bit easier.
Repurposing battlefield sentry.
Base Salamander slander. I think it's slander. I just think Salamanders are just like, they're not lame. They're just not... I heard too much about them, I guess. You know, it's one of those things where it's not that you don't like a chapter, it's that you just don't... I just don't fuck with them as much as some people do. Also, it doesn't help that the outfits for the Iron Hands are coming up look way better than anything Salamanders have ever had. I just woke up and my... there's already Salamander slander. My day is starting great. Does anybody here actually love the Salamanders? I feel like a lot of you are like pretty hardcore 40k fans. And most of the time, obviously this isn't entirely true, but most of the time, my anecdotal experience, people that love Salamanders are brand new to 40k. And the more experienced players I've met, they usually like other factions or chapters. Thank you very much, Dyslexic Coder, the Prime sub. Dyslexic Coder. Tragic, brother. Having dyslexia in a program. Black Templar gang. I do like... I think Black Templars are a little overrated, but I definitely like them more than Salamanders. I think they have like... I would say Black Templars have really good drip. They are like a little edgy sometimes, but kind of the point of them, right? They are kind of supposed to be crazy Crusaders. Could one like Ultramarines and Iron Warriors? One could indeed do that, yes, as an option. Salamanders were cool. Let's get a bad rep from TikTok fans. I feel like that's true of most things. TikTok is really a net loss for humanity. I just joined all I hear is Salamander slander. Guys, we don't hate Salamanders. I actually quite like Salamanders. I just like their successor chapters more than them. Like Dragon Spears and stuff like that. They're cool. Those guys practice endo-cannibalism. That's pretty epic. I also blame Salamanders for nerfing Ceramite power scaling because they melt their guys in lava, which puts the melting point of Ceramite way lower than it should be, in my opinion, at least over a prolonged period. In fact, Salamanders are in large part responsible for Ceramite power scaling and getting shot by plasma from the Covenant and Halo and actually having to do something. Like one of the major arguments you'll see. So they've nerfed all of the Astartes. Therefore, they've nerfed our glorious Ceramite armor.
Gunstrike ready to deploy.
What's up, Chapter Master? What's up, Lord Vegeta? I'm relatively new. I like Salamanders because they're the tallest Space Marines. That is true. That's like the coolest thing about them. I also like that you see that show up in things like the Storm Giants, where the Storm Giants are like super tall, massive Space Marines, and everyone's like, what the fuck? Why are these guys so big? They must be sons of Vulcan. It's stuff like that I enjoy, where they kind of like, you know, pretty unique aspect of them. I'm also just not a fan of Vulcan. He's okay. Definitely not my favorite Primarch. But who can be better than Sanguinius, you know? I think Rabute Gilliman, despite being kind of like the vanilla Primarch, pretty cool. He's only the vanilla Primarch because he gets the most stories at this point. Black Dragons, my beloved. You might see Black Dragons eventually in this game. The main reason we haven't had a ton of the extra successor chapters in Space Marine 2 is because they don't have official Primarchs Codex sheets yet. Or color patterns. So they're just going off of all that stuff. That's why I'm pretty sure we're only seeing Brazen Claws, Red Talons, Sons of Medusa, and Iron Lords because they're the ones that have official Primarchs color patterns at the moment. Tabletop. Sanguinius Blaze. That's the reason this heart still beats, okay? I know, sound off in the chat and the comments section if you like Salamanders or not. I think most people like them. I don't think I've ever met somebody that's like, I hate Salamanders. I just think it's more like a preference thing. Bombs. I actually want that. Yeah, it's a give and take here. Crack grenades are actually quite strong against Chaos because you get your sorcerer shields pretty easily, and something the Tech Marine can struggle with a little bit. But also, melta bombs are melta bombs. I think we're gonna keep the crack for now, though.
I can restore this sentry to operational status. Automatic weaponry engaged. Activating tarantula sentry gun.
People who hate Salamanders must be worshipping Chaos for their iron hands. True. Is that a Katana Man reference? No, but you just remind me of the movie Samurai Cop. You guys ever seen Samurai Cop? Great film. Not really, it's actually pretty shit, but Brother, is there a primary the Deckman should have / really need? I mean, giving him like a Melta or a Fire Blaster, I've seen them talk about that. In fact, Focus actually said they might add more primaries in eventually, but it's not a focus for them right now. I still think the best update in year 1 was patch 7, because patch 7 gave a bunch of new weapons from other classes to multiple other ones, and that really upped build diversity. And we haven't really had anything like that since. Though I expect after patch 14, like, so there's going to be like a little gap period again, just like we had with patch 9, like from patch 8 to patch 10, we're going to get like a little quality of life patch. I imagine we're doing that again, late summer, like August, beginning of August.
Our brethren barricaded this entrance to
I think I've seen clips from me as a samurai cop. Pretty funny movie.
Engage it to remove the obstructions. Proceeding to crane.
Could be.
Utilizing anti-armor explosives. Terminator. Disgraceful use of tactical training. Not even its witness optics can be held.
I hope patch 13 drops this month. I know it's crazy big. We've been waiting for too long. I don't like the biggest thing about this patch is like the siege mode change, I think. And like I think the biggest thing about this patch actually is the cosmetic changes. I imagine patch 16 or 15 is going to be the biggest because that'll probably be the anniversary patch again. Did Saber ever address what's happening with the progression update removal? Well, the progression update might be... It might just be the War Gear update. You never know. I find it hard to believe that they're unaware the grind's a problem in the game, though, because the leveling grind in this game is not very fun. That button. Oh lord, I hope that's not the case. I hope they add more procedure or something. I'm like, listen, we're gonna get a progression update eventually. Like a proper one. They might be talking about the ordeals this time around. You know, they might address that in the War Gear update. You never know. Like, Saber hasn't really given us any information on what's coming out in the next patch beyond, like, the community update. So there are probably going to be balance changes that we're unaware of, and that could probably affect levels as well.
Enemy units call for backup.
Do you think they should continue to support PvP? I feel like there isn't enough players. They should just fully do PvE where the player base is. I mean, they already kind of fully do PvE anyways. I mean, give the PvP players something, man. They do exist, kind of. It's not exactly like the PvE content's hurting for support for the games. I'm gonna shoot them or crack back. Or actually, I don't think we had enough.
Formidable heretic warriors suppressed.
Okay. Fuck. Did I even remove the shield with this? I think I already tried. I removed one. Right, can you stop?
Assume defensive positions. Strike ready to deploy. Automatic weaponry engaged. Triton base is destroyed.
A lot of gas spawn. Hey, FTG in chat. What's up, Aster? How are you doing? We're currently murdering Chaos Spawn. Oh. On an entirely separate note, do you think you'll be playing the new Lego Batman game? No. No, I don't think I will be playing the new Lego Batman game. There's a new Lego Batman game. That was that. Actually, we don't need to go over here. We just go down. Get our nades back. 3 to 4 hours early for stream. I mean, not really. I stream at random times all the time. Lego Arkham Asylum? Whoa. Yeah, guys, I don't play any games besides Space Marine 2 and like 40k games, I'm not gonna lie. And I probably won't for the next like 10 years. Sad truth. Okay, we're gonna keep the crack grenade. Melt the button. Do I want the Melta? It could help versus sorcerer. You know, we'll take it. It might actually save our lives. You never know. Are you Heroes of Might and Magic fan? I don't even know what that is. That, I know what that is, though. It's a Helbert. Okay, we're doing. I did not mean to use that. That's him. Very awkward. That's very awkward. I also didn't mean to do that. Where the fuck is he going? See, if I had that sim still, no, that would have happened. I probably should rehockey that after 1,000 hours, but no. I don't think I will. I just made it to Oblivion. This is like actually this ass blaster avenue though. This is the worst spawn in the whole game. The Hellbrute. Oh. We're dead from that, I think. Yeah, that's the one. That's the one downside of Tech Marine when you're playing by yourself is that your knockdown time on this class is actually longer. Or I'm supposed to be like, you can't actually get back up to get your CHP back on this class. Yeah, That's the worst spot in the whole game for that area. By far. That was brutal, because if you get pushed back there as a missile terminator, you're cooked. You're cooked. Killed by a gun strike. Yeah, I had my servo gun up. So it took me to the animation. I hate fighting the Hellbrute in this area. It has ended many runs for me. It's also not that easy on the Tech Marine. Tech Marine's knockdown time is long enough. Like, your CHP will actually start to drain before you get back up. That is part of what makes him the hardest class to solo with. Thanks to FTG's amazing guys. I got my friend play Space Marine 2 and try out Assault. That servo gun perk gets me every time. Some of them are pretty brutal. Perfect example, squishy Tech Marine. When your armor breaks on Tech Marine, you're cooked. You're actually cooked. It's funny to me when people ask me, like, why is the Tech Marine so, why do you say the Tech Marine's squishy? I'm like, have you ever had your armor break on him? He has the longest knockdown time in the game, like Sniper, except Sniper has like 45% HP damage reduction. Potentially, on top of having a cloak to recover all CHP instantly, and detach from combat and being vulnerable for 2 seconds.
Our path to a
Loot again.
It is a sacred relic, filled with ancient splendor, brimming with power undimmed.
Okay.
Noted, Artisan Balthazar. I am authorizing Talassa to commandeer the battle barge for the duration of this conflict. It will then be returned to your care. Very well. But you will need my assistance implicating such an ancient machine spirit. Assist the Adeptus Mechanicus in launch preparations and await our targeting guidance, Talassa. We should be on the ground shortly. Make sure that battle barge is ready. Consider it done, Lieutenant.
Taking damage by notice the first 5 seconds. I love it when Zangors phase through your parries. They do a disproportionately high compared to Hormiguns.
Zangor successfully terminated. Frag detonator out.
Alright, can you not blow out of my melee range? There we go.
Reloading. Servo gun is fully operational.
I always forget how weak this class can be in true solo sometimes. By comparison. I guess we'll go activate this, huh?
This tarantula is still battle-worthy. Gunstrike ready to
If you remove one enemy from the game, what would it be, and why Zangor Spearmen? Because Zangor Spearmen have zero fun mechanics around them at all.
refreshing armaments.
I'm not a big fan in hybrid combat systems, having enemies just hover out of like half the combat systems. Like, this game is a melee loop, right? And half the time, Zangors will float outside your melee range. And that's not very fun to play against. They also have exceptionally tiny heads, so, and they move around like they move around like they're a bug. You know what I mean? Like the annoying fly around your head. Except he has a gigantic spear he impales you with. Like, imagine if for a second the fly hovering over your head just started stabbing you randomly. I mean, they do that anyways, you know, but like, imagine if it hurt a lot more and killed you.
Formidable heretic warriors suppressed. Replenishing ordnance. Servo harness.
Do you think some of the recently leaked chapter icons not currently in the game may be part of the Ultra Grind ordeals coming in the next patch? Well, all the leaked chapter icons are from Chapter icons, or you mean like the ones we actually have images for, or just the League Successor chapters? Because the League Successor chapters might be part of the Ultra Grinds ordeal. The chapter icons are all Iron Hands. Let's compare the chapter pack. I mean, that would be a smart way to do it. Look at these guys, see? Actually, it's a mile in the sky. Look at this guy. Look at, where are they going? He loves anglers. I've asked this multiple times, you know when the patch is coming out. They are being intentionally secretive on it. They've only said Q2, which doesn't like leave a lot of room. But they said the marketing team was being intentionally hidden. So it's coming out at the end of June at the latest. It doesn't like really leave a lot of time, but like this game's community is also very, very impatient, so I've always seen people crying about it. Hey, you meant the successor chapters in the files? Yeah, those will probably be in the Ultra Grinds reveal, at least some of them. I mean, it seems like a good place to have them unlocked, right? Perfect. Do you think they're still trying to bring more than one pack for Deathwatch? I mean, guys, we're probably gonna have like a second chapter pack and like all this other crazy shit at some point in this game's life cycle. Like Space Marine 2 is going all the way to like year 4 or 5. Rest assured. I haven't seen anything it's not. Like, I don't see any universe where like year 1 gets greenlit for year 2 and we don't get more content after year 2 or 3. Because like year 3 will probably do better than year 2 did. And year 2 is already bigger than I expected year 2 to be. At the announcement of year 2, so. Personally, I want Deathwatch cosmetics. What's been the longest gap between patches? Was it 11 into 12? I think it was 11 to 12, yeah. I'm pretty sure. 11 to 12, because we had Christmas break. The company went on vacation, which obviously didn't help the release window. But it might be this one. I guess. Yeah, the longest gap we've had between patches in this game was the original one in patch... the last one. Yeah, patch 11 to patch 12. That was the biggest gap we've had. This might be the biggest one, though. If it releases into, like, the middle of June. Because we haven't had a patch for this game since February. The 26th of February. This one feels leagues longer for some reasons because we haven't had a PTS either. Because the thing is, we had a PTS for patch 12 in January, so the actual gap between the patch felt less. This one is just empty space. Do you play other Warhammer games? Absolutely. I sure do. I play Dark Tide, I play Dawn of War. Even some Space Hulk. I'd rather let them cook and complete a patch than getting a rush and complete one. So this patch is actually supposed to be bigger than it is now because they moved up 3 of the heroic weapons and cut them in half. Because the heroic heavy bolt rifle, the Argent Edge, and the Omniscient Axe, they were supposed to come out in this patch. They moved them up attack range, so I really get 3. You think they bring out a class for each year, it'll bring more players all the way into Space Marine 3? I mean, new classes are probably the best thing you can add for, like, player counts. There are very few things in Horde shooters that people like more than new classes, just like a Dark Tide. Just like a Dark Tide, even Hive Scum was, like, kind of undercooked.
Activating Tarantula Sentry Gun.
That little relic just for me. Deja vu. Hive Scum was built like wet paper when it released. Now it's, I mean, it was one of the strongest classes in the game, still is, but it's definitely not noob friendly. Alright, let's see what we got here. And as far as Tech Marine is concerned, I wasn't like the biggest fan of the Tech Marine as a class idea. I would prefer like a Librarian or Chaplain and stuff like that, but people do like AdMech. So, it wasn't the worst choice.
Tactical supplies located. Rocket removal complete. Heretic presence detected. Salamander strike in progress. Its maliciousness is detected. Heretic commander in the restoring sentry to battle-ready status.
How many Chaos Marines does it take to change the life ball? Depends on the Legion. They get rid of all the Zingors, by the way. That's what we call Ass Blaster Avenue. That's what I call it, because this is the worst spot for fighting hordes. Or more importantly, it's the worst spot to fight a boss. What's the gun I would like to see in the game? Grav Cannon. Storm Bolts would be cool too. I don't think the range gameplay is that good in Space Marine 2, so I'm more interested in like the melee weapons, but as far as range weapons go, Grav Pistol, Grav Cannon, I think those would be very different from anything we have in the game currently, so. Let that not stop him. My opinion on the Space Marine 2 campaign, it's a super undercooked at this point. Space Marine 2's campaign has not received any of the major updates that the operations have, so it's all of its gameplay kind of feels like shit. Like, to the point that I would start on the campaign first, religiously, if I was like starting out this game now, because everything else, it will feel terrible if you go back to it. I like the story, but like, it's a pretty generic 40k story. It's a good entry point, but not all that interesting, I don't think. And another thing that should up our grenades all the way.
Captain Akaran, your Ultramarines are late. They are under heavy attack and need reinforcements.
Boss spawn, maybe? Oh, that's a boss. That's a hell route. See? Level 15 billion divination. And more Zangors just for me. Actually can't get up in time. You guys are definitely worthy of that. Is that not a disgusting knockdown time in this game, though? Actually long enough that you can't get up to react to the plasma shot. Speaking of campaign to operations, I want Gadriel's ability in the PvE. Which one even is Gadriel's ability? Pyron had Auspex, didn't he? Oh, this is super non-toxic at all. Oh, you guys need to die. Oh. Yeah. Because all these Marines are just gonna like help me endlessly if I don't kill them quickly.
Heretic activity quelled. Inspect weaponry. Line stand to move. Thousand Suns champion nominated.
Gotta get rid of these guys. Fields.
This malevolent presence.
Can't see shit now though. Melt the bomb would be nice right now, but what are you gonna do? That works too. Gadriel's abilities for like an AoE push. Oh yeah, they actually just put that in the Sanctified Wrath Reliquary. I almost forgot. I forgot, like, yeah, the whole push effect of Gadriel's campaign ability, that's on the Sanctified Wrath Reliquary in this game now. What faction enemies do you want to see? I think we'll see in Space Marine 3. Probably asset flips mostly in this game, so Tyranids for sure, I would say. There's no way they're not going to have Tyranids. They might skip Thousand Suns. They might actually just skip them this time. It depends on how asset flippy they want to go, you know? But people are not a big fan of them. People like Tyranids in this game, though, so they're probably going to put those in the next one. I don't think anybody would complain about that.
Heretic specialist suppressed.
Now you say that the Sanctified Wrath Reliquary does it. You're correct. Yeah, so you're not wrong that it would fit a chaplain ability. Because Sanctified Wrath Reliquary is kind of like a chaplain ability anyways. You want to see Necrons? You know, I see a lot of people say that the next faction they put in, like Necrons wouldn't work, or like X, Y, and Z wouldn't work, but I don't really think that's true, you know? It really depends how they implement them. And make it work by design. Yeah, talented game dev can definitely make anything work. There are satisfying ranged combat loops in games somewhere out there in the, you know, the general era of the world and such. Ow.
Hellspawn vivisection complete. Gunstrike ready to roll. Enemies of the Imperial.
Hey FTG, I'm new to this game. Thanks to your videos, I've learned and understood many things about this game. I have help, Chris. For the good work, I will continue forever.
Fresh ammunition.
The minions of the arch enemy are no more.
Adequate performance.
Love you guys see you're playing the superior enemy faction. I mean, I play chaos all the time. Definitely not the superior faction though.
Cogitations are clear. We cannot preserve this blessed vehicle.
Definitely not the superior faction.
Thalassa is not there to provide you.
They haven't done a very good job of making these guys fun to fight, I can't lie. It's been a year and a half now.
Possibly break free of Demarium's gravity in its present condition. We only require that it
How long do you play for? Forever, dude. What do you mean? How long does FTG play Space Marine 2? An absurd amount.
There's no charge to start the ship's reactor. There must be a solution to this fuel issue. There is a fusion battery unit we could use to awaken the reactor. It too will require charge.
The source for Terminator is not going to help, I fear. You know, it's really funny that Focus said, the Focus community manager is like, what do you guys think the boss is going to be for? Which faction? And it's like, as if we don't all already know. As if every leak in this game has not been true. Boom. You play almost daily, almost. How about literally daily? How about daily for a year and a half? Just because I don't stream doesn't mean I'm not playing it.
Inserting fresh magazines. Restoring sentry to battle-ready status.
Wow, they really tried to stack shit on me there. That's rude. I guess we're all... Can we stop with the ranged man, please?
Gun is fully operational.
Or is it your thing for the prime?
We have demolished the virulent automaton.
I bet they end up nerfing torrential sentry guns. I mean, torrential sentry guns aren't even OP now. They were OP in the PTS. I don't know where this idea that Saber nerf shit comes from all the time, because they do not nerf many things in Space Marine 2 at all. The only thing I can really remember that was a substantial nerf was Adrenaline Rush on the Vanguard going from 10 to 5%, and Grenade Launcher, Invigorating Icon. Like, those were all egregiously overpowered perks. Are you going to the Skulls event this year? Going to it. I mean, I'm going to live stream it. I'm not going to go to it. I'm too busy playing Space Marine 2 to go to any events. I don't plan on exiting my house for the next 3 years.
Defensive tactics successful.
The dream. Oh, that's the dream. All that time, so just think about like all the hours you're wasting in a car going to an event that you could be playing Space Marine 2.
Perhaps in the machine god's infinite wisdom, they permit the transgression you're about to commit. Do not speak beyond your ken, engine seer. It does not take a locust to see this act of desperation.
Or, you know, playing other Warhammer 40k games.
Mutated wretch dispatched. Replenishing ordnance.
FCG, what do you think about Daffy Duck? Inferior to Bugs Bunny, but he's okay, I guess. God. Base mindset. You know, people have been telling me for over almost 2 years now, you're gonna get burnt out, yet here we are. Do you like Star Wars? Yeah, I like the mall show. It's pretty good. All these fucking rings, man. That one stagger almost got nuked by the enraged guy. I'm also impressed I haven't burnt out of the game yet. It probably is because Saber takes feedback. I mean, even if they didn't take feedback, I'd still be playing. Wait, there's a mall show? Yeah, there is. Just came out. It actually just finished. Not that anybody has Disney Plus anymore. Prediction for the next Primarch return to the setting after Peter Turbo. It's either going to be Vulcan, Dorn, or Lehman Russ and Jagatai Khan. It's one of those four. Sandman thinks it's going to be Jagatai Khan. The Khan. Could be him. We'll see. This is where chaos is obnoxious, when you just have like 3 Rubric Marines standing like 30 meters apart from each other. Very fun. Isn't Dorn dead? How does that work? Dorn's not dead anymore. They changed that. He's lost his hand. You don't know where he is. The only loyalist Primarchs 100% confirmed dead right now are like Sanguinius, Eris Manus. Is there even another one? I don't remember. We have Corvus, wait, not Corvus, Corax. Oh, I can't believe am I actually forgetting the name of the Night Lord's Primarch right now? Please, guys. Conrad Kurz. He's dead. And of course Horus, who's like super dead. Horus is probably the most dead of all of them, on account of his soul no longer existing. I'd say that's a pretty final death if you ask me. What about second final death? The second final death is usually inferior to the first one.
Replenishing ordnance. Munitions replenished.
Isn't Kurtz dead? Yeah, well Kurtz is not a loyalist Primarch.
Heretic specials suppressed.
Bring the Fulgrim clone back. Alright, let's spin around. Dude, I can't. No. I can't tell you how many times I've been shot in the back there by a sniper. I'll hit that button. What's your hot take in Warhammer? I don't know if I have one. Everything's a hot. You know, if you have any opinion on anything, though, it's a hot take to somebody, right? Oh, probably I like Primaris more than Firstborn. Probably that. I think Primaris are cooler. And I think the controversy around Primaris is the dumbest shit ever. And they're gonna be here forever, so people better get used to them. In fact, you're probably gonna have more Primaris fans pretty soon than you're gonna have Firstborn fans, because the more people that get into 40k, the more they're gonna be engaging with Primaris. What a hot take. Is that even a hot take? Firstborn helmets are cooler though. Well, Firstborn helmets go on Mark X power armor anyways, so who cares? What's my other hot take? Oh, also things like Titans are lame. I don't like the vehicles in 40k that much outside of the guardsman stuff. Like Lehman Russes are cool, but like the gigantic mechs in 40k are dumb as fuck to me. I hate them. That's just personal preference. Like the big walking things, when I see people like glaze these gigantic walking mechs in 40k, I'm always like, oh my god. How do we like any of this? It looks so dumb. How cool is a walking cathedral? Not very, in my opinion. The Sisters of Battle one's pretty cool, but
Enemy activity detected.
Not even land raiders? Nah, not really. Thunderhawks are okay. I don't mind their vehicle stuff, but like the mech stuff is primarily what I don't like.
Traitor leader Tempest Tarantula is still battle worthy.
Trying a thin ice there, guardsman? Not really. I do like some of the vehicles, but I like most of the guardsmen stuff. I have the tanks. I like their new model set look pretty cool. I just don't care for Astartes vehicles. In my opinion, like Astartes are usually supposed to be the vehicles. I don't mind dreadnoughts; they're okay. Oh, your hottest take yet, FTG? No, I just think it looks dumb. I don't think that's like. I don't think that's that rare of an opinion. I think most of the people I've met that don't like 40k think all the vehicles look stupid. It's more of a hot take within the fandom.
We're almost there. What is your status? The sleeping giant will soon awaken, brother. Hold for our signal. Transmitting targeting signal now. Excuse boosting. When we have it.
Your data is clouded, Lieutenant. Maintain close proximity to targets.
What about jet bikes and speeders? They're okay. Just none of them makes you go like, wow. I think they're all mid to meh. Mid, meh, or bad. I don't think there's a single vehicle in 40k I'm like, holy shit. At least not for the Imperium.
The vessel is ready. May this machine's service be forever remembered. Engines primed, Lieutenant. Give us the word. Lock target now.
Routing signal data through telemetry systems. Numerous errors detected due to signal interference.
There we go.
Calculating trajectory.
Not even the Astartes anti-grav tank. Let's see. Prediction on who the next voice pack chapters will be besides Raven Guard. I'm betting Salamanders and White Scars, and we already have a White Scars head. Data mine, so probably that. Not even, but on the note of the grav tank, I mean, grav tanks are cool. The anti-grav tanks are cool. I just don't like care that much. I don't think, I mean, I think Star Wars has done vehicles significantly better than 40k. But they're also far more iconic in general. I think like most sci-fi, I think Halo did it better. I think Star Wars did it better. I'm just not a big fan of like the big dumb engine. 40k, sorry. They just look stupid. They look really fucking lame. I can't help it. That's just my opinion. Every time I see vehicle model releases, I'm like, I just yawn. Alright, let's play a fencing power axe will work. I mean, I prefer the tank. I'd rather, the Astartes are the tanks as far as I'm concerned. Like a Deep Strike Terminator Squad, that's cool. What about some of the Dark Age technology machines and weapons? No, I'm sorry, dude. The aesthetic of 40k vehicles is just not me. You're not gonna get a middle ground here. Those Star Wars walkers are lame as well. I mean, they're definitely cooler than 40Ks. What's your Star Wars hot take? I don't think you can have Star Wars hot takes anymore because, I mean, the Star Wars hot takes at this point are like not even opinion pieces. Just like, oh man, dude, I actually think that like the sequel trilogy was good. That shit was just ass. Yeah, I think we found some middle ground with the anti-grav tanks. I don't think the I don't think all the vehicles look bad. I just think I'm just not like a huge, I don't go like, whoa. You know? I like the characters in 40K, I like the power armors in 40K. I like Firstborn and Primarchs gear, but as far as the vehicles go, it's okay. I just like the idea of like, cause you know, an Astartes is supposed to be a walking tank. And like putting a tank inside a tank is okay. I like the aircraft. I do like Thunderhawks and stuff like that. I like the void shifts they have. Are the Tau suits considered vehicles? Okay, so I'm talking about Imperium stuff generally. I think most of the Imperium vehicles look pretty stupid. Tau stuff looks pretty cool. Eldari stuff looks pretty cool. I just like, you know, sleeker designs generally. What about the ships? Yeah, I like void ships. They're cool. That stuff's cool. I'm just not a big fan of like all the tiny like micro limbs they have on these things because like a lot of the mechs in 40K have like tiny little like walker legs. It just looks goofy to me. You want to see that? Where's my dreadnought? Where is he at? Oh no, we're not in the campaign. Can't see him. Well, normally he's over there. If there was a dreadnought here, he's cool. He's got a minigun. Also Terminator armors. Like, see over here if we're glazing vehicles, okay? Like Thunderhawks, those are cool. I like those. I don't mind the grav tanks. I also don't mind the little drop pods they have. These guys, we like servitors. We fuck with that. Void ships, battle barges. That's all cool stuff. None of the Heresy jet bikes were pretty sleek. Yeah, but jet bikes are like, I feel like a speeder is just pretty, like, it's like in every sci-fi thing ever. That Halo Elite S&T mod is looking pretty fire. Is a Halo Elite S&T mod? What? Oh, that's funny. Playable elites. D40K has overlap. Orc stuff looks cool, dude. Orc stuff looks like shit you find in a junkyard. That's kind of the point. That is kind of the point of that, ain't it? Okay. 1 second, guys. Allow me. We're gonna play maybe some evasion sniper. Yeah, or I guess we could do like gunstrike assault. The thing here is you can take both if you want. You guys want the hottest take I've ever had? If you guys were asking for hot takes, you know, the thing that's actually pissed off more 40K fans than anything else I've ever said was saying that homebrew chapters are cringe. FG, you're a funny guy. You got bored so quickly yesterday, hopped off, touched Strats in such a short stream, like an hour, and then you were like, fuck this game. I didn't say, oh yeah, no, I had 2 streams yesterday, don't you know? What's the best solo class, not counting Bulwark? Assault. Are you doing community games or just solos today? I could do some community games. I have my testing mod installed right now, so I can't actually play with other people. I guess we'll do a balanced axe one. Yeah, I once said homebrew chapters were cringe. Not that homebrew chapters themselves are like cringe as an idea, but that like a lot of the homebrew chapter shit I see is just like super cringe OC stuff. And apparently that pissed off some people who now it lives rent free in their head that I said that. I mean, you're free to make your homebrew chapters. I just think like, I don't know. This is my feelings on it. It's like usually when I hear people go like, this is my homebrew, it always turns cringe exceptionally fast. You guys know what I mean? Where it's like, this is my homebrew guy. We are like, it turns into a pick me chapter real quick. It doesn't always. I agree, minus the Retributors. Well, Retributors, it is about presentation, you know? Like, you can make cool homebrew chapters, but like, a lot of people, they make their guys too special boys, like, too quickly. Like, we are the specialist homebrew chapter. The idea of homebrew is so cool. Unfortunately, some people are lame and just make cringe. That's what I mean. That's what I'm saying. It's not cringe inherently. It can be cringe. It has a higher potential ceiling for cringe. Is that a hot take, chat? Will you ever stream the mod SMT like the Astartes mod, etc.? I mean, most of the Space Marine 2 mods don't really interest me that much. I think the vanilla game is like where most of the entertaining combat is. Right on. Well, I'll be around. I'd love to hop in. Been watching for a while. Just never caught the stream while playing. I'll be doing a lot more community stuff. I know when Jeff's back, we did a drip competition like 7 months ago. We'll probably do another one. Like an outfit competition stuff. Last time, I forget who won. Somebody made a Skeletor outfit. That was funny as fuck. We'll also be doing... There'll be a membership overhaul pretty soon on the channel. I'll also be giving you guys more channel points, among other things. I haven't really done anything with my stream in ages. We got a second monitor almost a year ago. I know it's crazy. We used to alt-tab and read things. I'm purely... The stream is entirely carried on my Yap and occasionally playing game. How good is Vanguard for solo? It's very easy. But solo's really not that hard in guys anymore. In fact, so for those of you viewing, some of you may think like, oh my god, these solos are so hard, but I promise you, there are at least like 40 hate watchers at all time, like, oh, he's only doing the easy mission. It's so easy, but Crimea River. We're just playing the game that's fun, right? Yeah, because playing Chaos missions all day is brain rot. Sure is. Yeah, I must have missed that fashion show. Did you edit for it? I had to leave early, which is why it's not on my channel, but I'll probably do it again. I do want to engage with the community more. I already engage with Space Marine 2's community as a whole all the time, but... My dad texted me the other day, and he said, I saw your YouTube channel. The AI overview said you're a controversial figure. Why is that? I'm like, fucking beats me. I think I'm pretty nice to focus, guys. Want to ask about your CPU/GPU? The YouTube description has all of my specs. I only play for fun. Me too. Me too. Besides more classes, what do you think would be a good addition to the gameplay in Space Marine 3? An increase to the gameplay loop. The range gameplay loop needs major fixing. There's just like, it's not very interactive. I don't know what you would do to make it interactive, but like I could probably, I'll probably think about that at some point in the future, but that's a big thing they should do to this game. Fix up the gameplay loop. They aren't easy for me in my 300 hours, Lamau. I usually die to bosses and the mission has them at the end. I mean, no, solos are not easy for, like, the average player, but, like, the people that get pissy about this kind of thing usually already have hundreds, if not thousands of hours on the game. And it's like this in every single PvE game where, like... You'll have a very dedicated portion of the player base just crash out about other people being, like, doing solos. Like, oh, that one's not actually that hard. There's always, like, the fun police come out at some point. It's worse than Darktide. There's an actual fun police community in Darktide. They'll come out and be like, I see you true solo that map for the first time ever. But we have according to Section 9, you've used the wrong las gun. That one's too easy. You need to use something else. Some of those are easy until you make one stun lock to death. I mean, okay, it's all purely a perspective thing, right? But number one, I would say the solos in this game are not that hard for me to do. Like I would say like a Chaos Inferno one, I do this a lot because it's A, fun. It's also just not too difficult. It's just fun enough that I feel engaged along the way to talk to chat and hang out. It depends what build you're playing. Like if you're not like the hardest things, in my opinion, the only like properly difficult content in Space Marine 2 now, and like in terms of like that would take you multiple attempts, and I'd actually have to like lock in and pay attention the whole time. That's Siege Mode and hard strats, custom strats are set up to diabolical, and modded difficulties like Absolute Plus. Those will take you multiple attempts. True Solo Absolute is something that I could probably bang out with like a 90% success rate on some builds, if not like 95. Maybe even 100, depending. I'll jump this build. This build's actually quite easy. Because, especially for Tyranids, we have armor reinforcement for one, on top of all of our Wings of Flame stuff. On top of balanced power axe. With the fuck cleaning gunstrike damage. Is that by the new Dawn of War 4 trailer? Yeah, dude, Adeptus Mechanicus look pretty sick. Pretty hyped up for that.
The world has seen our souls consumed. Now it consumes its colors.
Is this a rerun? Dude, leave it to Shorts comment section. Like, no offense to the Shorts guys, but like the mobile stream platforms like TikTok, YouTube Shorts, anything like that, Instagram Reels, you will never find more brain rot comments than on those platforms. Like, it's actually dead internet theory. Like, if you post a video or like a short of you like just one-shotting a boss or anything like that, you will always get massive cope comments from like just the worst, most garbage players in the video game who are like, "Oh my god, why are whenever I do it, the enemies attack me? It's all cope. It's literally all cope." I can't imagine the bitch-made mentality of like, oh, someone did something I can't do, they must be cheating, or there's just some external factor. It could just be you suck. Like, that's also an option. The Shorts commenters brought about the dark age of technology. Dude, I don't even interact with Short. I mean, I interact with Short stream comments. We rise. Yeah, Damien, you guys rise. Some of them are pretty chill. Like, there are really cool Shorts commenters sometimes, but like, I don't even bother interacting with my Shorts comment section on my actual Shorts because it's just, it's brain rot. I've responded to comments a couple times. It's like, I'm not even sure if I'm talking to a real person. I'm pretty sure it's just a bot sometimes. There are apps to block Shorts, you know? Yeah, but like, I don't want to block Shorts. I just don't want to read the comments. Except for you guys right now. YouTube Shorts watchers aren't real. I talked to Hayes about this, and he said the same thing. We were bonding over this. I was like, have you ever gotten like we get the exact same type of cope comments, the exact same kind. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter who posts it. You'll get the same people complaining. Why aren't the enemies attacking you? Whenever I play, all of those ranged enemies hit me. How does he do that much damage? My guns never do that much damage. Lucky of you to get only range enemies this time. Lucky you don't get only melee enemies. That's all the same shit. It's actually like a chat GBT prompt.
Xenos hunger for safety, but the Imperium don't.
I mean, the easiest way to respond to comments like that, if you're just trying to be like an elite gamer, would be tell them to post gameplay. I saw the exact comment yesterday, but aren't they just joking? They are not just joking, okay. Some of them are joking. A lot of them are definitely not, alright. Ignore the trolls. They're not trolling, they're just stupid. Like, it's very different, okay? They're just bad at games. You're just lucky, you're better than me at games. I mean, part of the reason is because Space Marine 2 is a very casual game in terms of player base, so a lot of players just don't understand the game that much. And it comes in, maybe the party of one. Hello there. What are you playing? No. FG's gonna be like Homelander. I am better. I'm not even that good at this game. There are plenty of better players than me at this game. I understand a lot about the game, but usually the best player for a video game either A, doesn't even post their shit, or it's just like some random channel that most people aren't looking at that like occasionally posts like god tier gameplay. Especially in a game like Darktide. Like one of the best veteran players in all of Darktide is a like a 50 sub channel on YouTube that posts once per month. That's how these things go. We're doing well, TG. Love the content, by the way. Thanks, Andid. The chance that the actual best player makes content is really low. Oh my god, wow, that's actually rude. See, we're dying right now. How good could we really be? I'm in the process of dying as we speak. I'm gonna go get some ammunition if I can. But no, the biggest content creator per game is almost never the best player unless it's like a PvP game. And usually even then, PvP games have to be like an esports. Like, and even then, you look at like League of Legends, the best players, the top streamers and top content creators for an incredibly competitive game like League or Dota, they're good players, but like they're very rarely the best players. Like Faker is arguably the best mid player. I'm pretty sure he's just the best mid player in all of League, right?
The world this Xenos sought to consume.
Oh, that's a hot take to say.
Avenging angel. Jump back to the pool. We eliminated the Strats.
But if Faker gets cope, TikToks, and shorts comments too. That's actually hilarious to think about. Yeah, he does. That's actually really funny though to think about. Is that like, you know, those are. I mean, professional gamers, they don't even have time to make content half the time. Oh, we just got fucking ping-ponged by that. You know, like a professional gamer in a MOBA, those guys practice for like 8 to 9 hours a day sometimes. There's no time to stream a game at that point. Why do you think most of these, most of like the League of Legends pros and things like that, they've moved on to just like fucking around and streaming because A, they get paid way more, and also they don't have the time to do that when they're playing with like a pro player. Like, I'm a Cutie Pie is one of the biggest League of Legends streamers, and he used to play pro, and now he just fucks around. And that's probably way less mentally taxing on him as a player. That's also probably more fun. And it's also probably made him more successful than a pro career ever did. Have you reconfigured your PC controls or they default? The only thing I have changed is an aim key. A mouse aim key. FTG would play better if he wasn't looking at chat, but that wouldn't be fun for us. I would say the only times are like really hard to read chat. Like there are times you have to lock in, but like most of the time that's in like siege mode. And things like that. I'll say the thing you'll notice the most if you're a content creator for a game is that you will, anything you do or say in a game, you will get the microscope under you. It's no longer an offhand comment.
Then infiltrate the refinery and complete demolitions to put. Trigger detonation only when the main swarm has entered the plaza zone. Captain Akaram will coordinate.
Like for example, if I say in a game, I'm like, hey, I actually think this one power axe perk is pretty good. You guys should try this out. There will probably be, and I changed my opinion on that at any point in time, you'll probably have like 40 people on Reddit complaining about it. I can get the Irma actually comments. Yep. That's how it goes.
Another alien born.
Do you think the assault should be able to have a primary rifle and hover for a few seconds while shooting? I wouldn't really do much for him. They don't have primaries on tabletops, so we're not doing that for him. Or I'm pretty sure they don't. It's not the normal Primarchs and Ancestors. Hey, new to the game, love the channel. What's your favorite faction to fight? What's your favorite class in the game? I mean, my favorite faction to fight is definitely Tyranids. I just think Chaos has not been done too well. My favorite class in the game right now is probably Assault. I think Wings of Flame Assault with like any setup at the moment is very fun. Unfortunate.
The world has seen our souls consumed. Now consumed to come.
I mean, he's getting an SMG next patch. So this is something I see brought up in this game a lot of the time. A hover jump pack would not really do much for the Assault in this game. It would not make him stronger. In fact, his jump pack as like an actual like up and down ability right now is only top tier, only god tier in Siege. I mean, it's very strong, but Wings of Flame is just better right now. My favorite operation? Probably this one. Alright, well, we just fucked up again. That's an awkward parry. That's an awkward dodge, though. With his, We do a bajillion defense strike damage, though. Look at that.
physical. Ravener.
Interesting. What would you improve as far as the Chaos Marines to fight? Well, number one, ranged enemies in Space Marine 2 will shoot you at point blank, which is something Dark Tide doesn't do for a reason. Number two would be so when you're fighting ranged enemies in Space Marine 2, I'll probably make a video on this at some point, like why people hate the ranged combat loop. Why do you hate Ranged Devourers so much? So, let's just talk about it right now. Fuck it. A live react from me while I play the game. Why do ranged enemies in Space Marine 2 suck so much? Why is the player base such an issue with these guys? Well, let's talk about that for a second. Because ranged enemies have kind of been a huge complaint point for Space Marine 2 since launch, really. And a huge portion of that is the melee combat loop in Space Marine 2 is just like strictly superior in options compared to the range loop. And what I mean by that is when I'm like engaging an enemy in melee here, so I have three options. I can stagger him with my melee attack, excuse me. I can stagger him with like my repose or stuff like that. I can also parry him and gunstrike him, or I can do things like just trying to like lay into him with damage. When you were fighting, or you can perfect dodge, I should say. When you were fighting an enemy in range, the ranged combat loop does not give you the same opportunity to do things like that. And what I mean by that is when you're fighting a ranged enemy and they're shooting a volley of Devourer shots at you, what are you as a player going to respond with? Like, what are you able to do beyond A, dodge, use your iframes with no perfect dodge opportunity usually for a gun strike, B, get in close and then stagger the enemy, or C, you just shoot them back. So you have three options, but those options are not as engaging as the melee options are. Because you really don't have the same feedback loop, because there is no perfect dodge for most of the ranged attacks in the game. There is no opportunity to even stagger some of these enemies. Because let's say an enemy goes in rage on lethal difficulty and they're no longer able to be staggered. That's a huge problem for ranged enemies more in melee, because melee enemies, you can still stagger them off the parry. And that makes it way more reasonable to deal with them. You have to worry about being unable to stagger them with your attacks, but your parry will still function. On a ranged enemy, they will wander around 2 feet in front of you the entire time and just shoot you at point blank. And that feels awful. Like, for example, if I were to... One of these guys is going to go in rage. I promise you they'll go in rage. But one of these guys is going to go in rage. And then my opportunity to kill them... Right, we'll take kill one of these. The showcase over here. So this guy's enraged now. So what can I do to this guy? Alright, I have to dodge this because that is now hitting me for like 40%, 50% of my entire HP if I let the entire burst go off. Like that, see? And what else? If you get in close, they will sometimes just shoot you at point blank. And when they do that, you can't stagger them. That's why range feels so fucking terrible against ranged enemies. Because enemies, number one, shoot you at point blank. Number two, even if you do dodge their attacks, you have no like perfect dodge option to shoot them back with a gun strike. It all feels quite obnoxious. There you go. So if they fix the ranged gameplay loop by giving you a proper feedback loop on it, on either perfect dodges, I think it would require a fundamental change in the system that like they can't really do in game right now, because if you just add perfect dodges to the ranged attacks for like minor, that's gonna be pretty shit. That's why melee feels so much better, I think. Because melee enemies, you can perfect dodge every single one of their attacks, pretty much. There are very few melee attacks in this game you cannot perfect dodge, and because of that, there are far more opportunities for gun strikes, and gun strikes are such a fundamental part of the gameplay loop for even like lock weapons, that removing that entirely from the range loop feels pretty bad. Also, thank you, Hilson, for the Prime for 3 months. There you go. Hope that answered the question. Point blank and ranged devourers are the deadliest enemy in the game. They're deceptive. Like, let's just say, if you don't respect and enrage devourers' damage in this game, you are cooked. You will just die. They are more dangerous than some of the bosses can be, depending on what build you're playing. Getting a ranged attacks and perfect dodge is one of the only ones, and that wasn't even out the game at launch. Imagine an enraged Terminator. They're not going to add that. It also doesn't help that like there's no sound cue when an enemy goes enraged. They just go red, get all of their HP back, cannot be staggered. Because, like, let's say you're betting on a breakpoint, and if you're unaware what a breakpoint is, a breakpoint just is like a breakpoint is how many hits it takes to put an enemy to execute, and so 3-hit breakpoint mean 3 hits is all it takes for you to take down an enemy into an execute. And a lot of the weapons in this game have rather set breakpoints that you kind of just like either become accustomed to or know already. And because of that, when you're fighting a ranged enemy that goes in rage, let's say you're doing, let's say like for example, this isn't actually true, it's like a breakpoint. For example, 3 axe swings give you a breakpoint insta kill on the enemy. Well, that's pretty epic. You like that. And like you're going to point blank range against a ranged enemy shooting you. You're losing your CHP. You're like, okay, I'll bet on the breakpoint and kill this guy after it. But then they go in rage all of a sudden, and now they have a full HP heal. And now they hit you for a bajillion damage. You're animation locked, and you just either A, lose 50% of your HP or all of it. I swear every now and then one goes in a fast sniper barrage. That does happen in the game. Not your imagination. What's your favorite anime besides JJK? Probably Trigun.
Too quiet. Let me survey from a better vantage.
An old one though. The only melee that's annoying is those chaos spawn. They're only annoying if you don't have no knockback. Probably the ranged combat loop in this game is so shit. Like it just has objectively fewer options for response over the melee loop. And a lot of this game is very clearly not built with like 17 bajillion Majors in mind. There was a point in time that Saber said all of the they've hit the peak in what they can do for difficulty in terms of enemy spawn. Like obviously not true when they said it. But part of that's because the game is just not designed around as many enemies initially as we have now. It still functions, but you do find out very quickly that like a lot of the enemy gameplay loop becomes a slog after a while. Like a lot of difficulty mods in this game, like Absolute Plus, they're fun for a bit, but the matches start to take upwards of like an hour to solo, which is, if not more, which is fun for a challenge run, but not for like general gameplay. That's part of the reason Siege mode is not played very much.
The world this Xenos sought to consume. I doubt an aerial scan.
Is the game volume loud? I mean, it's down like 11 decibels. Should be pretty quiet by comparison to me. You have a build for the perfect dodge for Assault? I have probably at least 10. So yes. If you look up Wings of Flame Assault, there's probably a build for that for every single weapon in the game. And I'll update them all next patch too. Ow. Ow. I get for alt tabbing.
Code secure. The Emperor provides.
Proceed to the Promethean refinery and complete the demolition preparations.
Okay, got another one. How would you fix Siege mode today if you had a magic wand? Multi-layer defense systems, fortifications, more fun requisition options, and turret emplacements, things like that. Destructible environments, the options to shut off or unlock entire portions of the map. You know, if you look at other horde shooters and wave-based modes, which arguably the best one right now is Call of Duty Zombies. One of the fun parts of Call of Duty Zombies is that you progress through the map while you're fighting the horde. You don't see that in Space Marine 2's map, horde mode. You just run around forever. I genuinely don't think that Space Marine 2's horde mode will ever be particularly popular because I just don't think this game can actually handle what they want to implement. Otherwise the timer wouldn't exist. Because the whole reason the timer exists in Space Marine 2's horde mode right now is because the game will just crash eventually, no matter what. Space Marine could just try to copy Gears. I also just think that Gears of War might have had better boss fights than Space Marine 2 does right now. Like Berserker is like the thing about Gears of War is such a fine-tuned game for every enemy. This game is kind of there for some of them, but like all of those enemies are generally built to work in tandem with each other. Things like the Hellbrute and Carnifex, however, they were built as like solo boss fights, independent of a horde. If you guys, I don't know if you guys remember this, but when Space Marine 2 first came out, all the boss fights had no reinforcements. And all the boss fights in the campaign... Oh, we actually just fucked up there. I have to do this. With Siege, I just don't have 3 hours to play it effectively. I mean, that's why I quit the mode. I did my one pushes, and now Hayes does his pushes, and even he's burnt on the mode currently after wave 50. And he liked it a lot more than I did.
Impediments removed. Avenging angel of your the lifeblood of the Astro Minotaur. Let us make good use of
FTG, you play Gears of War? Yeah, I played a ton of Gears. My problem with Siege is the lack of time to go to the bathroom and refill your beverage. That too, you're always on the clock in Siege mode. Every second you spend in Siege, not playing the Siege mode map, and not running around the map as fast as possible between waves to get to like the next portion, you are burning time. You will get a lower wave. If you have to piss 3 times in Siege mode, I'm not even kidding you guys. If you have to piss 3 times in Siege mode, you might cost yourself an entire like wave 40, wave 50 run. Yeah, on the note of Gears of War, though. Gears of War, all the enemies in Gears of War were built for hordes. Space Marine 2's enemies are for the most part, but if you remember in the campaign, in the initial launch of the game, Carnifexes, Neurothropes, and things like that, they were solo enemy boss fights. That's what they're designed to be, which is why you get frame traps so much now. Because you weren't supposed to have to fight a Carnifex with a Raven or a Lictor, which is why they stack attacks so awkwardly on you. It definitely works better than you'd expect, though. Did you ever play online Gears of War? Yes, I did. You know who was a huge Gears of War PvPer, though? Indie Pride, Milking Cookies, full of goat. If you ain't shitting in a bucket, you ain't playing Siege mode, exactly. You gotta bring your own shit bucket to play Siege mode if you want to get to a high wave. Not gonna lie, I may have played Gears with you. There's no fucking way. How would you even know? I never went on microphone, so I doubt it. This is delusion, brother. FTG, first time catching you live. Any thoughts on doing a movement text with animation canceling video? I have an entire Assault animation cancel video with the guide and an entire Bulwark animation cancel with the guide, so they all exist. And I also have an independent animation cancel guide on the Bulwark 3 times. So, they're all there. But if you look up the, class guides I did, I've done like an actual full guide for all the classes and their unique mechanics. It'll have everything you want. But the Vanguard animation cancel video, that might be coming next patch. I know you're joking, but
Avenging angels. The lictor stirs no.
oh, I should have said that E, I guess. I gotta be right out of my jump back.
Grace restores. Jump back with you.
I keep forgetting I have armor reinforcement this time. I could probably just be using that.
Another alien falls to the Imperium.
FTG, why do you get the feeling that you have a cat? I have no time to take care of any animal. They'll all suffer and die under my leadership. So no, I have no pets or children. Get a Venus flytrap. How do you play Road Trader? I have a whole Road Trader video. I have like 300 hours of Road Trader, so yes. Yes, I have. And Revan619 is in this chat quite often, and part of the only Epic streamer group. He is the guy for that game, for all the build guides. So. They would only take time away from Space Marine 2. This guy gets it.
Let this harass an alien chitin molder and rot.
What do you think the odds are self get cape? Probably pretty high. He already has a cape with the Raven Guard. Champion. This guy thinks I have time for a pet.
Are running out of time. How close are you to the Promethean facility?
We'll get there when we get there.
You are making good time. We are going to need it.
Quick.
The world before was consumed. Now consumes its color.
Guy thinks I have a cat. First of all, I'd have a dog. Just to be clear. If there was an animal in my life, it'd be a dog. Or a fish. Maybe a lizard.
Once more.
I feel there are many things I could learn from a reptile, you know?
Sacrifice of the many will be avenged.
Use the codes to prime the bomb and finish its deployment into the crude Promethean well. Cautiously.
I have quite a few annoying Venus flytraps, and it's quite fun to feed annoying bugs to them. Yeah, I want a human-sized one. That'd be great content. I would just like go on webcam and have a giant flytrap underneath me. If I die in game, I die in real life. To feed annoying humans to them, among other things, yeah.
Horrid blight. All according to the Emperor's plan.
Rights of activation have been observed. Greatest contribution of God's name. Great sequence initialized. Delivering medical.
What about a Ripper? You know what? I want like a Vashta Narada swarm. Oh, that's a leap all knowledge. If you know, you know. But I want a Vash and a Rada forward in my closet. Don't ask me why. It'd be a good way to throw leftovers. Like, you just have... I feel like that'd be a thing, like a Vash and a Rada trash can where you just, like, throw your leftover food into. Doctor Who reference, I see, you know. I'm such a fucking nerd, aren't I? I shock myself sometimes, really. I think I've seen that more times in shorts than the actual episode. The Bastion Arada. The episode came out like 10 years ago. Wait, well, actually over 10 years ago. That was like 2008. That came out. No, that was 2009. That was season 4. Ow. Your favorite episodes of Midnight City one? Yeah, when they got rid of all those annoying... Listen, hot take, dude. Doctor Who companions were, like, all pretty shit. I didn't like any of them. I didn't like Rose. I didn't like, I mean, Donna was the best one. He definitely was. Don't care for Amy. Don't care for Martha. Don't care for... What's her face? What was it? What's her name? Can't remember. Clara, that was the one. God. She sucked. FG, would you make a better Doctor Who companion? Dude, if he's down, I'm down, okay? I will go to the heat death of the universe and take iPhone pics.
By his will, the crane is restored.
Drive train restored. Begin the course of the commotion patterns.
Generator 2 under threat.
Line axis aligned. Margin of error 0.0 nanometers. Investigate the honest potential original sabotage of generator 2.
We're gonna do probably a Xenophase Blade one next on Vortex. That sounds fun. I actually quite like the Xenophase Blade on Vortex. Actually, we can do that right now. Let's do Xenophase Blade on Vortex. I don't know why. I don't even have to finish this one. I forgot. I'm in control of my game. All right, let's take a Xenophase Blade. All right, what Death Watch chapter are we repping, boys? The Caradones? No. I was an Alpha Legion guy last time. That doesn't seem very accurate. We could do a Blood Angels one. I feel like this drip will get way better next patch. Alright, we'll do that. We'll throw on Amethyst on red. And the gold plate, of course. The mandatory gold. With an Inferno pistol or plasma? I mean, plasma. They're both pretty good. Do an 11th edition veteran? Oh, we could do that. Alright, it's not just me with the menu lagging like crazy. You know, this game's menu lags all the time. Okay. Xenophase Blade, guys, pretty peak right now. Pretty peak at the moment. Get hype. It will all come together. Who has pinged me? By the way, guys, somebody on my Discord server, they found my pawn from you guys ever play Dragon's Dogma? Did any of you guys ever play Dragon's Dogma?
Clashes between the heretics and the Xenos have reduced the landing zone to rubble. This is as close as I can get you.
There is no backup plan or backup for this task, brothers.
Yeah, so somebody in my Discord server, they found my old pawn, and I made Nicolas Cage in that game.
The taint of the warp enfeebles them. Rat downgrade, avenging angels. Look, the heretical spawn of foul practice.
Okay, do this.
Ordinance administered.
You guys would actually be shocked at how good the Xenophase is right now for Chaos. The thing about the Wings of Flame build on balanced weapons is balanced weapons have a negative frame startup, and because of that, anything that lets you animation cancel out of like that initial frame startup means you have a much easier time responding to things than most classes do with the balanced weapons, which is why I actually prefer them on Assault over things like Vanguard or Bulwark. Because you can go immediately into your perfect dodge, which Bulwark can too, but it doesn't give you like the same damage bonus. Right. Armor boost, we like that. Oh, these guys just T-posing. Yeah, what's up, Commander COD? But your name's Commander Cody, but you forgot to add the Y to the end of COD. So here's Commander COD. That's unfortunate, brother. You also misspelled Commander. So it's really a multi-failure. I'm sorry, brother. This is an insufficient LARP. I love how many people don't realize I misspelled dialogue. So we're getting capes and iron halos next patch? We certainly are. Pretty gas update, though unfortunately this game, there's not a lot going on in Space Marine 2 until next patch. This has been a very long break of content.
Victory goes to the righteous, not the foul.
That's all because they're cooking, guys. They're probably postponing for Warhammer Skulls as well. Space Marine 2 is kind of dead right now. Oh, Space Marine 2 is the most dead it's been in like the entire year. This is the closest the game has been to dead in all of year 2, actually. In terms of player counts and just like overall interest, because there ain't nothing going on for the game currently. They have not released a patch since February.
We have nullified this corruption. I'm airborne ready. I scattered about citizens.
Let's think about the community event with the helmet they re-released. I mean, they did do that, didn't they? Hopefully they have some new cosmetics coming. Well, we know they do, but hopefully they have new cosmetics for like the community events. Also the Twitch props again, because we've only had recycled helmets and things like that for about an entire year or so. Only the most cracked PvP lobbies right now. It's crazy. Yeah, the only people playing right now are hyper dedicated players.
This relay is defiled by sorcery. It swallows me, I will choke it. Airborne ready. End that one's pitiful life before its cries for reinforcements. There should be no reinforcements.
I was not expecting the ah, yes.
Silent, demented tongue is such Jump back refuel. Drift back to your dark masters, you left. The Imperial hammer rises to strike.
Can't wait to make a Raptors tactical camo cloak. I'm curious how the Raptors cosmetic pack's gonna look. That doesn't come until patch 14.
The malformed abomination comes towards us. I am airborne ready. Right to the fore. Avenging angel. Do not let that one come to reinforcements. Our foes will create. Angel of death.
Man, content is dry for all games I play right now. Space Marine 2 and PoE 2 gonna update together. The reason for that, in large part, is because companies are preparing for the summer. And that's when they want to launch all their big updates, because that's when most people have more free time in the summer. Most people take more vacation time in the summer, and also you have kids that are home from school on top of college students.
Is this the glory Magnus? Take flight! Let terror fall! I am airborne ready. The abomination is no more.
Shout out that one Zangor for ruining an epic cinematic moment. It's the first Super Guardsman humble. You have a Discord server? Sure do. We got about 2,200 people in there now. Over that, actually. And growing. There's a link in the description of the Twitch channel below. Is the new PvP, the new practice arena and the battle parts going to replace the PvP arena? I mean, probably not. They're two different things. What's the best primary to run with the tech ring using the Omniscient Axe, Heroic Heavy Bolt Rifle? The Heroic Heavy Bolt Rifle is like the overall best on that class, and the Bolt Rifle Grenade Launcher. Zombie Melt is pretty good too. But like, he really benefits from that extra AoE.
We've shifted to some aberrant realm.
Have you seen the bad dialogue in the Mando movie? No, dude, I'm not watching that shit. I'm not watching Mandalorian and Grogu, sorry.
Look for the epicenter of the corruption, brothers.
Awesome.
I suspect that asteroid no longer serves the Imperium. We must eliminate it.
Oh! I was in a rage, guy. Shouldn't have done that. Do I want to do that one again? Do I want to do it again? Yeah, I'll do that one again. Fuck it. I'm in the bathroom, though. We'll do it on Vortex again. I will say, I've seen a lot of people asking, when are we getting the new release date for Space Marine 2 at patch 16, not patch 13? We're not getting that shit for a while, guys. Just keep in mind. Like, I know there are a lot of impatient people in Space Marine 2's community, but they're probably not going to release this one for at least, I don't even know, June. Probably after Skulls. At the earliest. Cosmetics menu is loud like crazy for you since patch 11. Opinion on Salamanders being the redacted pack instead of Deathwatch. Dude, I don't care for Salamanders at all. I would much prefer Deathwatch. I think salamanders are quite lame in general. Right, let's go do a Vortex 1.
The victory over the Thousand Suns under Merium was inspiring. The clashes between the heretics and the Xenos have reduced the landing zone to rubble. This is as close as I can get you.
There is no backup plan or backup for this task force.
I got around playing Wings of Flame last night. It's generally so much fun. It is super fun. It's a great thing. Impatient me? I want them to hurry up. It's I mean, Space Marine Dude's community always thinks the updates come out too long. They take too long between updates. And I kind of agree. They do take like an extra month. But this is definitely the longest one we've had. That's only because they're cooking, chat. I'm surprised they didn't actually count. Hi there, FTG overall as well. What is the best way to contact you outside the stream? Can't say Discord friend request, text me with an offer. You can email me. My business email. Probably the best way to contact me. There should be the one in the description below. Oh, there we go. Gotcha, thanks. No problem, dude. I know we just completely whiffed the power ring. I should have used my... You know, I'll put that in the tips list, how to use your... You know, this is the benefit of the lock-on, is the lock-on will actually help you aim your shits. We'll make a tips video for absolute and true solos and things like that at some point. The lock-on is actually very useful in this game, even if it's like unbelievably sticky. And it's also something that people have no idea how it works, so because they played it once in the tutorial and never use it again. Oh, I thought I eliminated that. I forgot they don't really get rid of the missiles don't vanish. They are fucking missiles after all. Very tragic. Lock in with locking on. Yes, use the middle mouse button to aim, not use mouse 4. If you're curious about keybinds, just read the description of the YouTube stream. You'll know. There's only one change.
Brothers, we have arrived at the relay.
We'll watch the heretic trigger.
If we die again, that's it.
Cast your attention to the Sandor spirit. Take flight and let terror fall. We have dispatched the legions. Jump pack refuel. This taste.
All right. This actually might be a stim here because we're like at half HP. Yep. Here we go. The lower your HP is, the more likely you are to have a stim in a box. And if you have no stim already when you open a box, that's when you're the most likely to get one. And there's also a cooldown from finding another one, like a minute or two. Or I should say, it's not like you can still find one, it's just significantly less likely.
This relay is defiled by sorcery.
First tour has been 15 hours yet? No, it's been 2. And tragically 2.
Sorcery is nothing more than ranged battle. Extermination is conduct. Great taste of the Imperial.
Dude, that guy's actually playing games with me at this point. Alright, you are worthy.
Avenging angels. The enemy comes.
A relic.
This burns with hope. Witness how
I will say,
dark
I'm curious what noise the Terminator Sorcerer is going to make when he dies.
I am airborne.
How are you saying that Sword into the ground is that a perk? No, it's just part of the, Oh, that's unfortunate. That's just part of the power sword. Power roll attack. Not like this. Very fun. Of course, that would be a chaos spawn coming out of the portal. It's like fucking hands blazing.
Avenging angel. Your soul. It is as grotesque today. I scatter foul silt to the wounded time. A twisted horror comes our way.
I can't be bothered.
Jump pack refuel.
I guess I definitely can't be bothered. Exit the portal. This is the door.
Craven worms. They fled into the lower levels. We've shifted to some aberrant realm. The
set
traitors
that up.
distort space and sanity.
This is probably a boss. Yep.
Identify source
angel. Be as an angel of death. Lay the abhorrent spearmen to rest. Their mutations jump pack refuel. The seeds of heresy, avenging angel, your seed. Send Gilliman's regards to the great Primarchs. The silence of the demented target sucks. The chains of the war be I'm airborne ready. The Imperium weeps not. I am the righteous.
Oh, that was not what I thought it was. That's okay.
Send Gilliman's regards. Jump pack refuel. May death bring no relief, spectre. Be as an angel, avenging angel.
You're not a fan of fighting Chaos, you get shit down so much. I don't think you're alone in that opinion. Chaos is pretty toxic to fight in this game. A lot of players do not like this faction all that much. What's the most fun melee weapon in the game for you? Not taking into account how good a weapon is, probably the Power Axe. Also just happens to be very good. But the Power Axe is pretty entertaining moveset. I think, like, you know, the two post-launch melee weapons we have, the Power Axe and Omniscient Axe, are definitely more interesting than the old ones we had. Power Sword's pretty unique, but not too strong.
I am airborne ready.
I suspect that astropath no longer serves the Imperium. We must eliminate it.
You will never.
Hey, FTG, what's up, Kyle? Oh, I thought I was gonna kill him.
Is this the glory Magnus promised?
Oh, that will actually kill me.
Hello, Nico. Jump back with you. Rip back the old dark mark. Level it. Avenging angels.
The heroic Power Axe potential excites you. I don't know how good that one will be. Because, like, it's unless you do your back step after on command, but
Blockage is the
that could be strong. I just think the back step is better, like, immediately after, usually.
Approach and bend
So we'll see.
upon their suffering. The Thousand Suns wield our former astropath as some foul puppet.
Full tactical force authorized.
Thousand Suns warning protects the astropath.
Smashing those holes. Force them from them.
Purge that heretical monument.
Oh, those carry phases you guys do to you. I'm not shit about that. You. It's very bland for Rivet Marine to spill pixie dust. I mean that too. A lot of all this.
Our eyes need no other gaze in this world. And that peaceful life was rightly in the tentacle parade is unsuccessful. I scatter the clouds, since wings of time. Blighted relic is no more.
I'm a fan of the fencing weapons and opens the next patch look interesting to you. I mean, you always try out new ones.
Let that betrayer's palm end in agony.
It's awkward.
Motes of occult heresy scatter. Cycles of chaos. And their heretic
Very fun. I'll deal with this guy. Okay. Had to block, which is very unfortunate. Oh, I can use my gun. Awesome. There we go. I should have gone back up for the ammo. What are you gonna do? Also lost a jump pack there, which definitely fucked us.
The abomination is no more. Jump back with you. Priam's hammer rising to strike.
I guess we'll just go for this.
My war gear is satisfied. The heathens failed against the scions of the Empire. This altar falls.
It will be obnoxious if it gives us the generator portion after this. I would much prefer the astropath.
The traitor tasted the Imperial. There's end to your heresy. The shield forts! Brothers, kill the witch!
It's the biggest change I've seen in Space Marine 2, no budget. fix the bugs. The only problem I have with this game is like parry bugs for like parries face your enemies, where like your weapon doesn't appear when you swap to your secondary. Also make it so you don't have a permanent hotkey to your hip fire and your like your hip fire key and your gun strike key are permanently locked to each other, which sucks. That feels terrible in this game. Like its self ability work every time you press a button. I mean, it already does. You have to make sure the yellow icon's on the ground.
I know you are true. Me as an angel of death. I scatter your
That's the biggest request as well. Bug fixes, please. They are pretty bad in this game. Not the worst of any game I played, but alright. It's actually super toxic. I don't feel like getting shot at by the astrocraft the entire time.
avenging angel. The scarab account for the Lord of Silver. Take flight and let jump pack refuel. I'm airborne ready. Do not let that one come to me. Jump pack refuel. That twisted spear carrier waits on challenge. The Imperial hammer rises to strike. The slay this hellspawn.
The Vanguard ability distance requirement, yeah, that'll maybe fix next patch. You never know. They do take feedback.
Avenging angel. This taint. Even worse, you must wither against our passion. I'm airborne.
Right, well, it dumped a lot of random shit at me there.
Negate that pitiful
Yeah, now we have to
sight.
go up to the this is gonna be the generator portion too, so we're gonna have more fun in a second. Love to see it.
Purge discordant one and remake this realm in the name of the dark gods.
A beast of the warp approaches, and our hunt continues. We must bridge the distance between us and the astropath.
That bridge is retractable. Its generator looks dead.
Seek power cells to that generator, and then we may slice that heretic.
This generator portion, this shit always takes longer than I think it will. Like, I'm always like, oh, you know, it's only like 3 of them. How are it gonna be? And then there's always a horde. There's like 3 extremis spawns. It always gets out of hand. Never quick. Like, you get one. That's the only freebie it gives you. See, I told you, there it is. See, there they are. Look at those fuckers. Zinj thinks I'm Frodo with the 1 ring, and I'm 5 feet from Mount Doom.
We have nullified this corrupted. Let that betrayer's path end in agony. Hey, the machine spirit requires power. Jump and refuel. Ashes to ashes. Rust. Miriam's hammer rises to strike. I'm an airborne ready. Send Gilliman's. We need only power cells to reach our enemy. Avenging aim. Gifts the forge. Great tasted the imperial we must refresh the generator's power cells.
Lovely. Hot take, I prefer Chaos Spawn to Roof Marines. I mean, Roof Marines are definitely more annoying than Chaos Spawn are. Chaos Spawn are fine.
Power dwells within this device.
They're just more demanding. I would say they're more demanding in like knowledge of their moveset. Like once you know that, you can pretty easily shit on them. Sometimes they'll combo you, but like that's every melee enemy in Space Marine 2. Games like you just kill 3 Terminators, great, now face another horde. It's true, Lord Vegeta. I'm telling you guys, every single time I do this stupid mission, or I get this generator portion, it's like, oh yeah, right, I got 1 power cell, immediately spawns 3 Terminators, an entire horde, you're stuck there for like another 3 minutes. Alright, please be in like the back shitty Walmart corner. Alright, it's not. Maybe it's in the... Where would he be? There's like 2 other spots it could be in. Maybe back here. There it is.
Power cell on my locus.
3 power cells, man. Oh, they all came out guns blasting with their auto guns.
The heretic awaits. The generator will create a path. The shield is formed. Release the astropath from this torment. Jump back. Reinforcements will not provide them relief.
Probably will.
The motes of the cult entities scatter. Cleanse the astropath. I'm airborne. Victory goes to the righteous. quarter.
I just got this game, just beat the tutorial, already seems so much cooler than Helldivers. Oh, it definitely is. Welcome, brother. May you never return to like Hell Sloth again. You're now in Space Marine 2. A much better game. I am not biased in any way.
Purge the corrupted astropath.
Okay. Go punch this guy in the head. Okay. Let's see how this goes. I'm sure I'll find a way to fuck this up. Oh, another relic file plus.
This will sustain me on a dark side.
The Emperor does indeed provide. How about normal ass frags? Thanks, game.
We must follow the path of corruption to seek our quarry. May the Emperor damn this unholy abomination! Attack!
Do not relent, brothers. Keep up the attack.
That's awkward.
The demon beast is escaping! Coward!
Target is manipulating reality.
The Imperium's light has never graced this place.
The corruption here exceeds even our limits.
We must find a way out of this foul place. Rally to the hint of light. I'm led to salvation. Now I shall have that beast's head. The demon's foul limbs are prime targets.
Oh, bomb. Useful.
Its tentacles are ruined. Set sights on the demon. We is an angel of death.
Let up again. Unfortunate.
Watch out! War flame incoming!
He's gonna like instantly go into like his little hidey hole after this.
Gifts from the forge.
Yeah, see, you can't handle the smoke.
The demonic beast shrouds itself in arcane armor.
Brothers, what say we exterminate the foul cultists first?
Stop those vile traitors from reviving the demon! That refused. Miriam's hammer rises to strike. A twisted horror comes our way. Our eyes need no longer gaze at this
Like this.
I am airborne. Right to score. The beast nears its end. We need only push it into oblivion.
That's why Unyielding Oath is
Loss of
peak.
the astropaths is unfortunate, but that beast will not trouble their replacements.
We have triumphed again, brothers, and our honor is unsullied.
How can you get 7k XP? By playing absolute difficulty and getting all the bonus stuff. Yeah, more than that. And also you have to have a you get more XP per prestige rank. Yeah, 10% XP buff every prestige rank. Up to prestige 4. Alright, guys. I'm probably gonna take a break there for now. That's all from me. I might be back on later. Maybe not. We'll see. Thank you guys for watching. Take it easy. Bye-bye.